continuously, which we don't do normally. Then repeat the cycle. Relax the physical body, and also when you do proper pranayama, your mind will get quietened. Switch on your cameras and do this systematically. So by doing this pranayama systematically, one can easily quieten the mind, and when the mind is quietened, Upanishad mantras advise us to do dhyanam upasana, the supreme Brahma Tattvam, after studying the Vedanta Shastras. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma tat jalaniti shanta upasita. Shanta upasita. Mind has to be quietened. Shanta upasita. So do dhyanam, do upasana on Brahman. As what? Sarvam khalvidam. Khalu, verily, means should supply the term, the only absolute reality that is all around, permeating the entire universe, all around us, is this Supreme Brahman, which is of the nature of pure consciousness, pure existence, and pure bliss. And the same Brahman is also our true nature. So, by study of Vedanta Shastras, one understands that my true nature also is this Brahman as Atman, which is Shuddha Chaitanyam, pure consciousness, and is distinctly different from the matter principle, which is the physical body, the mind, the sense organs, intellects, emotions, thoughts, relationships, everything. Beyond that is this supreme conscious principle, which is very much present within the body. And so the Upanishad mantras say one who understands the supreme reality as one's own true nature attains immortality. Ashariram sharireshu anavasthveshvavasthitam mahantam vibhumatmanam matva dhiro na shochati. A very powerful, wonderful mantra. Constantly one should remind oneself that ashariram sharireshu, within the physical body, there is this supreme principle, pure consciousness, which is ashariram, different from all aspects of the matter principle, which belong to the physical body, the mind, sense organs, intellect. Though the enabler of the functioning of all the actions of the body and the sense organs, the supreme consciousness principle is totally distinctly different and not getting affected by any of the actions of the three states of experience. Anavasthveshvavasthitam. It is present in the three states. It is the enabler of the three states of experience of the mind, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, waking, dream, and deep sleep. But it is not affected. So that is my true nature. I should never get affected by any of the activities, happenings, emotions, thoughts of the three states of experience, especially the waking state. So that's why it is Tam Mahan. That's why that's the greatest and most brilliant principle, Vibhum, most glorious principle. And what is it? Atmanam, your own true nature. What you should do? Matva, systematically study the Vedanta Shastras, understand that my true nature is Brahman, Aham Brahmasmi. You should understand that. And once this knowledge is internalized and you undergo a transformation, Dhiraha na shochati, goes beyond all sorrows, goes beyond the cycle of birth and death, and attains immortality. So, knowledge of absolute reality bestows immortality and absolute bliss. So, that is the message of the Upanishads. How to understand this systematically through study of the Bhagavad Gita. Let us now continue the 11th chapter. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parambrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashivasamarampham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Tutismritipurananam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम् ॐ. All of you switch on cameras, chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Dimyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः. Now chant the 6 shlokas. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Shri Saraswatye Namaha श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। श्रीभगवानुवाच तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता। ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते। ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते। तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति। ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम्। एथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन। ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा। यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now chant the important 5 slokas on cameras. Pay attention. Only by attentive and systematic study one can hope to attain absolute bliss. Shri Bhagavan Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्। मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव। ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. To understand this final truth is प्रपंचो यदि विद्येत निवर्तेत न संशयः मायामात्रमिदं द्वैतम् अद्वैतं परमार्थतः। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगः। ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमं व्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी। ओम. All chant shloka number 20, which we learned in the last class. Arjuna uvacha ध्यावा पृथिव्योरिदमन्तरं हि व्याप्तं त्वयैकेन दिशश्च सर्वाः दृष्ट्वाद्भुतं रूपमुग्रं तवेदं लोकत्रयं प्रव्यथितं महात्मन्। ओम शांति शांति शांति. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session. The most important chapter, 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga of the Bhagavad Gita, which has to be understood correctly. It is not just the vision of the cosmic form that Arjuna was seeing, but there is a lot of meaning. I told you many times, Bhagavad Gita is a Shastra, it's a Moksha Shastram. Write down, Gita Shastram is not just for what? Chanting and makika maki some meaning. There is an inbuilt inner meaning, complete Vedanta Shastra, Upanishad Saram is there in Bhagavad Gita. So that is the depth in which you have to understand the Gita Shastram. And what is the deep message conveyed in Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga? The message of the Upanishads that the entire universe is manifested from the Supreme Brahman, sustained on the Brahma Tattvam, and finally dissolves into the Brahman. So, the absolute reality always exists. It is eternal. It is the substratum on which the creation, sustenance, dissolution happens. And so, by showing some specific aspects related to Arjuna and his knowledge, right? Is the universe only consists of those things that are mentioned in Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga? Think for a minute. Is there any mention of any of the great galaxies? No great what planets and no all the no heavenly bodies and different worlds. Is it mentioned? Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. That means, do they exist or not? Tell me. So, from a limited standpoint, whatever Arjuna is able to perceive and understand, those are being mentioned. But the actual message of the Upanishads, that the entire universe, first point, write down, is only a relative reality. It is not absolute reality. It exists for some time. It is manifested, exists for some time, and then it vanishes. Just like the entire physical world, the world of your physical experience, waking experience vanishes when you go into deep sleep. Yes or no? Where is the physical world when you go into deep sleep? It's not there. So we don't even think, is that physical world that vanishes during deep sleep, is it real or not? Write down another important point. The message of the Vedas. Trikaleshu trishtati iti satyam. Trikaleshu tishtati. What is ever present during the time, past, present, and future, that is the only reality. That which does not exist in the past or something that doesn't exist at some point in time, that cannot be called as absolutely real. So, all this had to be understood systematically. So, in this portion of the 11th chapter, Arjuna is seeing Bhagavan as pervading the entire space from heaven to earth. Heaven here is what? Just not the Swargaloka. Should take it as extending up to Brahmaloka. He is only seeing the higher worlds. He is scared to see the lower worlds. Is it mentioned? What kind of miseries and problems and punishments people are going through in Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. No, even the name itself is so fearful. Is it mentioned? Vishwarupa Darshana is not mentioned because Arjuna doesn't want to look at that. So he's seeing only all the good things. And so when we say Swargaloka, Dyava Prithibhyoho means what? Dyava means the Divi, the higher Loka, heavens. That means what? Take Swargaloka and beyond. Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satyalokam means even the Brahmaloka is considered as part of Dyava Prithivyoho. Between heaven and earth, all the space is pervaded by Bhagavan. How? Because Bhagavan's Shariram, physical body, is there everywhere. Even Brahmaji appears on Bhagavan's physical body. And so slowly when he turns his eyes towards the what? Ugram Rupam. Underline that word. So as you can see, fire is emanating from Bhagavan's mouth. Does it mean literally Bhagavan's mouth has got fire? Do you all have, photo of Sri Ramachandra, Krishna and all? Do you see fire in that? It's a representation. Please understand. Representation that aspect of dissolution, aspect of what? Finally ending peoples or entities, no existence also happens because of the supreme. It's a representation. So there's a fierce form, Ugram Rupam, that Arjuna is seeing. So what is saying? So saying I am getting what? Worried, I am getting frightened. He's saying all the three worlds. So he says all the three worlds. Now what are the three worlds? So Swarga, Naraka and Bhuloka. Now including the three worlds. That is three worlds. All the three worlds are what? Frightened. So when you see something that you don't expect, you get frightened, yes or no? So you all see whenever you go and many people see some films, right? There is some very horrible picture that comes of some particular form. First time when you see, you are frightened. After that, when you see what happens, are you frightened? Tell me. So, what is the root cause of fear? The root cause of fear is ignorance. Once you know something in reality, that will no longer be a source of fear. I gave the example in the last class. So, once you see a curved rope in a dim light, you think it is a snake. And so, the lack of knowledge of the rope creates an impression of snake in the mind, and so fear engulfs the mind. Are you getting the point? Ignorance is the root cause of fear. And so, since we are ignorant about our own true nature, we are ignorant about the world, we are ignorant about God. Three principles, write down: Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. Unless we understand the reality of all these three, fear will never ever be removed from our mind. And so, the only way to remove fear and consequently all the worries, all the problems, all the tension, all the things you're undergoing is by knowledge. Only absolute knowledge of the ultimate truth, so also your true nature, can remove all the fear from your mind. No way you can get rid of fear. Nanya pantha vidyateya naya. That means what? There is no other way other than knowledge. Tamebam vidwan amritaha iha bhavati. So now, what does it mean? Arjuna has got knowledge or is still ignorant? When he is fearful means what? He's got fear, he's got enough of ignorance in the mind. And that's why he's still a Madhyama Adhikari, I keep saying. Now, Shloka number 21. 20 PVA is done, right? 20 PVA is done. Now look at Shloka number 21. Arjuna uvacha amihitvam surasanga bishanti kechit bhitaha pranjalayo grananti स्वस्तीत्युक्त्वा महर्षि सिद्ध संघाः स्तुवन्ति त्वां स्तुतिभिः पुष्कलाभिः.
अर्जुन उवाच अमीहित्वा सुरसङ्घा विशन्ति केचिद्भीताः प्राञ्जलयो गृह्णन्ति स्वस्तीत्युक्त्वा महर्षिसिद्धसङ्घाः स्तुवन्ति त्वां स्तुतिभिः पुष्कलाभिः.
Very good. All of us together. Arjuna uvacha amihitvam surasangha vishanti kechit bhitaha pranjalayo gृह्णन्ति swasti tyuktva maharshi siddha sangha स्तुवन्ति त्वां स्तुतिभिः पुष्कलाभिः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So now, why did Arjuna say that all the three worlds are frightened? Can you go to the previous shloka? Lokatrayam pravyathitam Mahatman. All the three worlds are frightened. Why? Because he is seeing what? There are a host of gods who are entering Bhagavan. Seeing all the three worlds, right? Then what is happening? Some of the gods are entering into Bhagavan, means what? Entering to Bhagavan's mouth. That imagine that no big mouth with lot of fire. Even the gods are entering it. That means what? Are gods permanent? We say no, gods have taken Surapanam. Huh? So, does it mean the gods are permanently immortal? They are only what? Temporarily immortal. They got more life than normal human beings. So, anybody thought that by becoming a god I will attain absolute immortality is the biggest fool. What is the only way to attain absolute immortality? What is the only way? Jnanam. Tamevam vidvan amritaha iha bhavati. Here and now. It is not immortality after death. It is immortality here and now. So, he's seeing now a lot of gods are entering. And while they are being what? Dissolved. That means what? When they are entering Bhagavan's mouth means what? They are about to perish. So, some people, they know they are going to die. What they will do? They are very frightened. So they keep on praying to Bhagavan. Hey Bhagavan, don't take my life away. I want to live. I should not be destroyed like this. Right? So even the some of the gods themselves who are supposedly having extremely long life are also praying to Bhagavan and saying that what? Don't take my life away. Yes or no? So what is the best way to get rid of fear of death? Huh? Is by praying to Bhagavan in the last minutes of your life. Bhagavan, I'm very scared. So write down one statement normally told. Yamasya karuna nasti. So as much as you can pray to Lord Yama, when the time comes, he will take away the prana. So there is no room for what? Praying at the last minute. Like no, what happens? We don't study, not you, children and all don't study from the beginning of the year till the final exam. No, examinations are getting over, I think. A lot of exams are getting over. So just before the exam, you don't know anything, you don't remember anything. So keep on praying, Bhagavan, somehow help me. Is it going to help? What you should do? Right from the beginning, at least keep on studying something, little bit, keep on studying, at least you will pass. Similarly, no way by just praying in the last second, last minute, last few hours of your life, you're going to be saved. What you should do? Whatever quality time you got, study systematically the Vedanta Shastra. Only way to get rid of fear of Yama, NRS, is to study Kathopanishad. So we're going to start it shortly. Systematically study the Kathopanishad. Then what will happen? You already met Yama while studying Kathopanishad. Yama will become your friend. Neither you will be scared of Yama, nor Yama will be fearful to you. So, best way to study the Upanishads, understand what is life, what is death, what is people, what is relationship, what is this world. So, unless you understand, and this is knowledge, absolute knowledge, knowledge of absolute reality alone will ensure you are getting rid of all the fear. So, nahi jnanena sadrisham. So, we say that. Then, some of the, he sees, keeps on seeing different worlds, right? Maharloka, where the sages are all doing penance, tapas on Bhagavan. They are all, chanting Om Shanti 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 and Swasti, all those mantras, Swasti mantras, Shanti mantras. Lot of sages are chanting for what? Getting peace both within themselves and to the entire world. So all these rishis pray for the entire world. So when you say Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, it is to ensure peace from all the three different aspects. Adidaivam, Adhibhutam, Adhyatmikam. Three different agencies which can create problems. Adhyatmikam from my own internal self. Physical, mental, psychological, emotional, all relationship, all the problems from there. My peace should not be disturbed. So, Adi Bhautikam, from the world. So, there will be unnecessary disturbance from other people, animals, or other aspects. Extremely hot weather, even that is also source of disturbance, right? You cannot focus. Extremely cold weather. Then Adidhaivam. That means what? Sometimes there will be tremendous big cyclone, there will be forest fire, there will be rains, all that will also create disturbance. So, say Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, it is a prayer for ensuring that there is no disturbance from all the three different aspects that can affect you, and you can be always in a state of peace. Similarly, Swasti is another important word. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिमहीषाः. Normally chanted at the end of all the pujas. Why? Swasti, let there be auspiciousness. So, all round. So, a lot of sages are praying, hissing. Lot of sages and Siddha Purusha. Siddha Purushas are people who attained what is to be attained, who attained the absolute bliss through study of systematic Vedanta Shastras, have got Jnanam, have got Siddhi. So those people also praying for the peace of the entire universe. And so they're praying with lot of different mantras, ceasing everything. So on one side, there is peace and harmony. Another side, death and destruction. What is Shloka number 21 saying? Write down. The message of Shloka number 21 is there is what? Pair of opposites. So the entire world is dvandvam. Means what? It is a pair of opposites. Don't expect only good things, auspicious things to happen. So both will be happening. What should be your attitude to either the so-called good or so-called bad? Sakshi Cheta Kebalo Nirgunascha. Move towards that state of mind where you are always a witness of things happening around you. You don't get affected. The moment you start, when will you get affected? When you identify yourself with what is happening, then you get affected. How to make sure you don't identify? What is the method? What is the insulating principle which will help you what? Disidentify. That is jnanam about my reality, my true nature. If you understand, then you'll get disconnected from the universe. So all this, what happens? Visual, see, studying itself, reading this is creating some fear. Visually, if you see something, what will happen? You'll get more fearful. So I don't know whether you have been to hospitals. Anybody has gone to hospital? Are all very healthy people? Don't go to hospitals, right? When you go to hospital, you will see in NRS hospitals are in the Middle East, no? Huh? So many people going in, no? Some people suddenly rushing in stretcher, some people going, no, different, some kind of ailments, leg, hand. So many things you see. One visit to hospital is enough. People should have got vairagyam. What is this life? Huh? All these problems. I should attain something that is beyond all the problems. But what happens? That only for 5 minutes till you come out of the hospital compound. After that, aha, what to enjoy, what to eat, what to smell. Huh? Immediately look at our mind. So easily it changes, no? From 1 minute, it is saying, oh, life is miserable. Another minute, it forgets everything. So that's why you say every week at least attend Vedanta Shastra, study Vedanta Shastra, four classes, reiterate this because the mind will not get trained so easily to understand that this world is not something always see. Not saying world is bad. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosha anudarshanam. I'm not saying it should be negative. Don't get affected either by so-called no happy things or so-called sad things. So Arjuna is now seeing everything. The world is dvandva atitam gagana sadarsham. Tattvamasya laksham. We say a jnani guru is dvandva atitam. Write down beyond the pair of opposites. You should attain that state. All these shlokas are pointers towards what you should be doing. Now look at the Padavibhaga Anvaya. When you do PVA, you get more clarity. Churka, all of you get more attentive and sharp. Ami hi tvam surasanghaha. Churka is required. Vishanti. Kechit bhitaha. Pranjalayaha. Grinanti. Swasti. So, swasti is an independent word. So, swasti prajabhyam paripalayantam. Swasti iti uktva maharshi siddha sanghaha. One word. Then, stuvanti tvam stutibhihi pushkalabhihi. Now, underline the two words. Stuvanti stutibhihi. So, from these words, stuvanti, stutivihi, the word stotra comes. When you chant stotras to Bhagavan, it is not something started yesterday. No, didn't start some 1,000 years back or 2,000 years back or precisely 2024 years back. It didn't start. Huh? It has been an what? When was Dwapara Yuga? Huh? Tell me, how many thousands of years back? Arjuna was seeing the rishis doing all this stuti and stotra. That means what? For millions of years, there's been an age-old practice. So we don't pay attention to all these important aspects that what has been handed down to us from tradition has been from time immemorial. It's not born some one fine day like inner engineering or art. It has been an age-old tradition. Stick to the right path, which is chanting all the shlokas, mantras, whatever you learn from your teachers, gurus. Now, look at the meaning of Anvaya for this. Ami surasangha vishanti tvam hi bhitaha kechit grinanti. Easy so far? Ami surasangha should be connected to surasangha. Vishanti tvam, same line. Hi bhitaha. Where is bhitaha? Kechit bhitaha. Bhitaha kechit. Grinanti pranjalayaha. Uktva iti swasti. So, uktva iti swasti. Maharshi siddha sanghaha stuvanti tvam pushkalabhihi stutibhihi. Clear? Anvaya is clear? Simple? PBA team? Huh? Okay, very good. Now, look at the meaning. Ami surasanghaha. So, ami hi yudyamanaha e yodharaha tva tvam surasanghaha. So, here Acharya Shankara is saying that Ami means hosts. That means what? Groups of what? Surasanghaha. Surasanghaha means ye atra bhubharavatārāya avatirnaha vasavādi deva sanghaha manushya samsthanaha te tvam vishanti. So there are lot of Vasus. No, Bhagavan talked about different gods or not? Vasus, Rudras, Adityas. Okay. So, some of them, Acharya Shankara is saying that the heavenly gods also take human form for protecting the world. For protecting the world, the earth, it means what? When it's adharmam, some of the celestial beings take, incarnate as human beings and they fight the Asuras are the wrongdoers. And when they are fighting, they also all will not emerge victorious. All will not be emerging victorious. Some of them will die. So they are all getting also killed in some of the interactions with the what? The bad forces. So they are also entering Bhagavan. So these gods were born, Acharya Shankara's interpretation, that they are born in the earth and fighting for establishing dharma. They are also getting what? Killed, and they are entering Bhagavan. And they are also frightened. So Ami Surasanghaha means this host of gods. Vishanti Tvam. Vishanti means not entering. Vishanti, entering Tvam. Tvam means what? You. So he's saying they are entering you. Indeed. It means what? He's seeing them getting perished. And what? Bhitaha. Bhita means frightened. So Bhitaha. Kechit. Some of them. Kechin, some of them. Some of them are frightened. And what they're doing? Grinanti. Grinanti means praying. So when you're frightened, as I told you, whenever you're stuck somewhere, you're suddenly caught in a dark place, you don't know the way out. What do you do normally? Pray to Bhagavan, please. Okay. So Grinanti, pray. How? Pranjalayaha. With joined palms. So wherever you are. So it doesn't mean only when Bhagavan is in front of you, you should join your hands. Bhagavan is in all directions. Understand this. If you want to pray, wherever you are, if you're stuck and you're in trouble, you want to seek Bhagavan's grace or help, join your hand and start remembering Bhagavan. Right? Learn all these shlokas. Buddhir balam yashodhairyam, nirbhayatvam arogita, ajatyam, makpadutvam chanuman. All this maranat bhave, sadhya sadhaka swamin, sadhyam tavakim vada, ramaduta kripa sindho matkarim sadhe prabho. I taught you a lot of slokas, right? Agratah prishtatascha parshvatascha mahabalau. Akarna purna dhanvano rakshetam rama lakshmano. So, like us, even they are praying with joined palms. That's the way to pray. Don't pray like this. Don't sit like this and pray. This is a method. That's why all has done systematically. It's only when doing japam, sit down in a place on a mat and do japam. I've seen many people doing walking japam. Have you seen? They wear shoes and all and then keep on cover also. Some orange, kind of bag. Within that, they'll be doing and walking on the road. All that is wrong. It's papa samskar. You create a lot of sinful impressions. So be careful. Whatever you do, do systematically. That's why all these are all being told in Gita with joint palm systematically. Some of them are praying. Then, and there are these groups of sages and siddhas, uktva, having uttered, iti swasti. Swasti means what? Swasti means auspiciousness, peace. So bhadram karne vishnuyama devaha bhadram pashyemakshabhirjatraha hirangaihi stushtabhagum sastanubhihi Vishema Devahitam Yadayuho Swasti Nagindro Vruddhashravaha. That's why he chanted this. Swasti Naf Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti Nastarksho Arishtanemihi Swasti No Brihaspatirdadhatu. So whenever you learn Mandukya Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, any Atharva Veda Upanishad, the Shanti mantra is Bhadram Karne Vishnuyama Devaha. In that, Swasti na Indro Vriddhashravaha. Clear? So, the Swasti appears in many places in Veda mantras, part of Shanti mantraha. My Guruji has published a book called Shanti mantraha. People interested, let me know. It's all in Sanskrit and also in Kannada. Can take this and learn all the Shanti mantras and chant all the Shanti mantras every day systematically. There'll be peace both for you in the house, surroundings, wherever you go. So that's why Shanti mantras are very important. So all this Maharshi Siddha Sangaha. Maharshihi Siddhaha Sangaha. Sangha means what? Groups. Groups of sages and siddhas are chanting all the Shanti mantras. There are hundreds and hundreds of Shanti mantras in Vedas. So they're all chanting. So on one side is seeing death, destruction, fear. Another side, peace, harmony, and good chanting. So both he is seeing. Tatra kechit bhitaha pranjalayaha santaha grinanti stuvanti tvam anye palayaneti palayanepi ashaktaha santaha. So people who don't have enough strength, they are all only praying. Please forgive me. Please help me. People who are in a better state are able to chant all the Shanti mantras, all the other mantras. So please understand what is it indicating. When you are helpless and you are physically weak, mentally weak, you cannot chant positive things. You can only pray and keep on begging something bad when everything is fine. That's why I say when you are physically, mentally, emotionally strong, sit down and do all this chanting, mantra, study Upanishads, get the knowledge. When you are weak, you are lying in a hospital bed, whatever you try, stand upside down, you will not study a single word of Vedanta. I can guarantee you that. You will not, your mind will not go to study all these Shastras. So you're bestowed with at least good physical health, mental health, time available. Now it will study. Iha avedhi tata satyamasti nachediha vedin mahati vinashtihi. So people tend to ignore, they don't understand this because they are not faced this kind of situation. Because that situation comes, it will lead to the end of life. And then what is there? There's no point, you cannot return back to this state. At that time, Shastras say, a lot of people repent. Oh, all the time I had, I didn't spend on doing punya karma. I didn't do good things. I didn't do dharma. I ended up doing all papa karma. Upanishad mantra itself says, Taittiriya Upanishad says, why I didn't do enough of punya karma? Why I went and did all this papa karma during that period when I was healthy? Kimahagum sadhuna karabam kimaham papama karabamiti. I'm not saying. So since you don't know what is going to happen in the future or in the last minute when you're going to die, Upanishad mantra is saying that Kimahagum sadhuna karabam. The person is thinking, point of death, why I didn't do good things, why I didn't do punya karma, why I didn't study Vedanta Shastras when I was healthy. Kimaham papama karavamiti. Why I ended up doing lot of sin. So please understand, every minute is very valuable. Whenever you got the time, the mind, even if you got the time, mind doesn't cooperate. Yes or no? Tell me. It's a long weekend. People are saying Good Friday, Saturday, Sunday, holiday. Is our mind trending to go and do more japam, more dhyanam, more mantra, more puja, do something more spiritual, study shastras? No. That is why, my Guruji used to say, Swamiji used to say, that's why this important satsang, at least sit in satsang, attend satsang like this, Brahma Vidya classes, attend and then at least 1 hour focus. Otherwise, even this 1 hour will go away, yes or no? 24 hours of free time was given for whatever reason, Good Friday, whatever reason they are giving, right? What is happening? That is also going down the drain. So please understand, whenever you get an opportunity, make sure you spend it correctly. So here, both are being told. Acharya Shankara is saying, people are helpless are only muttering. Grinanti, praying, muttering. But people who are healthy and in the right frame of mind, they are all doing all the chanting, all the wonderful mantras. So this is nothing but wonderfully explaining the different states in which people go through. When you are healthy, just like Maharshi Siddharangaha, you don't study Shastras, chant the mantras, chant slokas, do Parayanam, do Japam, do Dhyanam. Otherwise, what will happen? Sooner or later, we will be in the helpless situation where we cannot do anything. So please understand, Dharma and Punyam will accrue only when you do positive things. Simply by hoping you will not get Punyam, simply hoping things will not change. Don't think that some magic, something will happen, everything will change. When this time, invest in punyam, and this punyam will get converted into right results for you at the right time. So invest more and more in dharmam and punyam. That's the message. Very clearly, the contrast is being shown. Can you see? Some people are frightened, only muttering. When you're frightened, can you do all the Veda mantra chanting, mantra japam? Can you do? So other people, Maharshi Dhangaha, groups of Siddhas and sages are one word. Simply swasti is one word is taken, but they are chanting all the different Veda mantras, Shanti mantras, and stuvanti tvam, stuvanti, praising you. So why should you praise Bhagavan? Hmm? We end up praising all politicians, other human beings, other people. What benefit you are getting? Nothing. See, when you are praising Bhagavan, people don't understand. Why should I sit and do praise? All this, children ask, all these modern people, perverted minds. The real principle of prayers, which is praising stuti of Bhagavan, is focusing your attention on something that is eternally peaceful. Write down. Eternal reality, eternal existence, eternally peaceful entity is what you are focusing. And in a way, without knowing, that eternally peaceful, eternally what? Existent, eternal conscious principle is your own true nature. Without knowing my true nature, I am thinking it is some other principle called God, and I am trying to pray. But in a way, you are focusing back on your own true nature. This Satchidananda Swarupam. Prayers are a systematic way to leading to peace. How it happens? The more and more you focus on something that is peaceful, your mind will be peaceful. So or no? If you're focusing on agitated things, no, people want to see some different things in the world, some video, some mobile, something, see all this, horror, violence, keep on seeing. People get violent dreams or not. No, some people say, get up in the morning and say, I dreamt something like this. No? Why? You're constantly exposed to all these wrong things, mind will be full of that. You expose your mind and actions to things that are auspicious, swasti, mangalam, and that which is what? Praising the absolutely peaceful entity, Bhagavan. So your mind will become peaceful. This is the psychological aspect. Unfortunately, no one explains all these things scientifically. So we think this is all what? Some kind of unwanted practice. They're pushing it on me. We are thinking that. It's all very scientific. So every mantra, when you chant, the right intonation, Veda mantras, has got a positive impact on the brain. The entire brain, that mind is there, is only thought waves. So electromagnetic waves. Sound also is what? A wave, powerful wave. And this sound, when it goes to the ear, it has got very positive impact on the brain. So mantra chanting, mantra japam, shloka chanting, parayanam, very powerful. So these Maharshi Siddhangaha, groups of sages and siddhas, are including swasti mantras, all this kind of mantras they are chanting. Stuvantitvam. They are praising you means what? Bhagavan, the ultimate supreme principle. How? Pushkalabhihi. He didn't want to mention all the other mantras. So Arjuna safely saying Pushkalabhi means what? Complete. So whatever is known, whatever they have understood, all that Pushkalabhihi, Stutibhihi, hymns. Stuti means what? Different hymns, mantras, chants. So I told you Pushkalena Dhanena Va. So Athava Vidyaya Vidya Chaturtham Nopalabhyate. Guru Shushrooshaya Vidya, write down. Pushkalabhi came. That's why I want to give the shloka. Write down. Guru Shushrooshaya Vidya Pushkalena Dhanena Va. Athava Vidyaya Vidya Chaturtham Nopalabhyate. Only three ways. Fourth way is not available to get knowledge from a guru. Guru Shushrooshaya Vidya. Go and serve the guru and learn. Be with the guru, serve and learn. One way. Pushkalena Dhanena. Pushkalena Dhan. That's why it came. Pushkalena means what? whatever you can, all that you can donate for the right cause, donate to the Guru. Pushkalena dhanena va, athava vidyaya vidya, chaturtham nopalami. So here there are set of people who are, that's why keep this as a practice every day. What has been done systematically in timetable? Morning, afternoon, evening. Set apart 15-20 minutes. Can't we do that? Huh? Disconnect from the world, connect with Bhagavan. Whatever you learn, shlokas, stotras, mantra japam, yajnanam, japa yajnosmi, do that and see. Without even trying, you say, no, all this is no something I'm not believing. First, do. I'm telling you, do this for even for a few weeks, few months, few years. You'll see the wonderful transformation of your mind. All there, and that's why Arjuna, when he's saying he's looking at different things, all this happening, practically happening in the world. You also start, I'm sure, all practicing. Tell other people to make sure 3 times a day you practice all these prayers and chanting of hymns. Now, shloka number 22. Arjuna Vacha रुद्रादित्या वसवो ये च साध्याः विश्वेश्विनौ मरुतश्चोष्मपाश्च गन्धर्वयक्षासुरसिद्धसङ्घाः वीक्षन्ते त्वां विस्मिताश्चैव सर्वे.
Arjuna uvacha Rudraditya vasavo ye cha sadhyaha Vishveshvino marutoshchoshmapascha Gandharva yakshasura siddha sanghaha Vikshante tvam bismitaschaiva sarve.
Very good. All of us together. Arjuna Uvacha Rudraditya Vasavo Ye Cha Sadhyaha Vishveshvino Marutaschoshmapascha Gandharva Yakshasura Siddha Sanghaha Vikshante Tvam Vismitaschaiva Sarve. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So he is now continuing to see all the different things that are happening in the different worlds. So since Bhagavan told, can you go back? Which shloka? See in me all the Rudras, Vasus, Adityas. He told or not? So he's focusing on them again. Arjuna saying all the Rudras. It's all revision. From which chapter? How many Rudras? How many Adityas? How many Vasus? Chapter 10 revision. Okay. Ekadasha Rudraha, Dvadasha Adityaha, Ashtabasavaha. Write down all those things. And Sadhyas. Sadhyas means people, Siddha Purushas. And Vishve Devaha. So Vishve Devaha, that means the other set of Devas. Vishve Devaha. Then the 2 Ashwins, which Bhagavan mentioned. So Ashwins always in pair. So they, then Maruts, Pitrus. See, all the gods and other forefathers, everything is seeing different lokas, right? So in all these lokas, then groups of Gandharvas. So Gandharvas are people who are artistic people. Then Yakshas, Asuras, Siddhas, all the different beings. That means what? Irrespective of whatever type, whatever power, whatever capability those individuals have, they're all looking at you with wonder. That means what? Not that they are seeing Vishwarupa Darshanam. They are looking at Bhagavan in various form and they're wondering about Bhagavan's great capabilities. So that's why it's called Mahatma, Bhagavan, Supreme. So that means what? In this sloka, Arjuna is showing that he has seen different kinds of people in different worlds. Each one is in different loka. Please understand. Vasus will be in one loka. Sadhyas, Vishvedevas, Ashwins, Maruts. Each one has got their own colony. Rudras, Rudra colony. Aditya colony. Like you have different colonies, no? So like that, different colonies, they're all there. That means he's visiting all of them. Means what his vision is being, Bhagavan is zooming in all those places. Maruts, Marut Ganaha. How many Maruts are there? Hmm? Forgotten. 7 into 7. 7 pairs, 7 each, 49. So, all these things, Gandharvas, Yakshas, innumerable. Yakshas, Asuras, even Asuras. No, don't even Asuras. Some of the Asuras, was Vibhishana Asura or not? Prahlada Asura or not? Bali. So there are people in the Asura clan who look at Bhagavan with wonder. So Arjuna is looking at all of them and is calling out the different names. So we'll chant sloka number 22. We'll take PV again in 12 hours from now. Arjuna vacha Rudraditya vasavo ye cha sadhyaha Vishveshvino martaschoshmapascha गन्धर्वयक्षासुरसिद्धसङ्घाः वीक्षन्ते त्वां विस्मिताश्चैव सर्वे Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. When you chant again and again, it's not getting comfortable. First time when you chanted this sloka was a bit difficult. Now, in third time you're chanting, becomes easier. So keep on chanting every now and then. We'll continue. About 12 hours, no, download the no 11th chapter ebook. We have not downloaded. Very easy to understand with the ebook systematically, and also download the 10th chapter PVA. All the important shlokas with Padvivaga Anmaya, learn systematically. Spend the long weekend usefully. That's all I can say. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsat. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta San Mangalani Bhuntyata Hari Om Narayana.